Well, hello, fellow traveler. I'm here dropping in with you on the other side of the Pisces new moon that we just had come in, and in the liminal space between the turning of the seasons. Tomorrow we have the start of spring equinox, vernal equinox coming in, which is the point where we're at the halfway marker of the building of the light before it grows into its full zenith. So I thought this would be the perfect time to drop in for a next 72 hours portal report. And for some reason, I felt really drawn to work with the Kipper deck. So looks like we're going to get some straight up advice coming in here from the powers that be, the powers of the elements and the Kachina medicine. This is the time of the spring when the Kachina medicine comes forward very strongly. The creative energy that does cycle in new manifestations, new states of metamorphosis. This is the uncoiling, the revealing. This is when the chrysalis state falls away and we see what we're becoming. This is when we get our wings. This is when we see things flowering, coming to fruition. It's a beautiful energy. It can bring ancestral energy forward too. So this just sort of dropping in here. It's absolutely gorgeous out here today. So I do feel that energy coming in where things start to lighten, brighten a bit. The energy feels fresh. It feels new. And yeah, let's see how this is coming through for us here. Bottom of the deck. There's some kind of movement forward coming in here in the spring in relation to your occupation. Something shifting up here with your work, maybe a new way to move forward with your work, some kind of fresh inspiration coming in. A new approach, perhaps. Something's changing here. It does look like progress, though. It is coming in with the energy signature of the Empress and the Emperor. So this could also be just a moment where you finally have the road open in terms of what you're working on here. If you were feeling like things were slower, there was some blockage. Let's see what you're not seeing here. Yeah, I like this. Look what's getting thrown away. The toil and the labor, like something's being balanced out here. Something's being balanced out. You rose above something that was creating, I just heard stoppage. Interesting. Stoppage. That's how it came through. It makes me think of like something that can block up a drain, you know, that can create stoppage of the flow. That's what it feels like. And whatever this is that was creating that impediment has been cast away or is about to shortly. And this is bringing you into a state of equilibrium. This is the start of a brand new cycle here. It does have sort of like the magnified energy of the magician coming in here with this. Do expect a turning of the wheel of fortune. You may be sensing this. You may be sensing that since you shifted something that you were either focused on in the past or the way that you've perpetually done things in the past has something to do with really letting go of something here that you were preoccupied with in the past or maybe was taking up too much of your time and energy. This is what is creating a turning of fortune here. And it does feel like fortune's on the rise. Coming in with Wheel of Fortune energy. Okay, so far we've had Cancerian energy out here, Libra energy, and we also got Sagittarius coming out. So let's see what this is. Ooh, I mean, looks like great fortune. And it's something that's sort of coming back around to you from the past. It looks like something you poured a lot of time, energy, I could say even devotion into. It was hard work. You also went through a really difficult cycle. Maybe you went through a rough hand of fate, man. and you've been wondering when your fortunes were going to turn. There's great fortune on the way, but it has something to do with the way you moved through tests and trials in the past that's getting you this turning of fortune. It looks like great fortune, and where you felt there wasn't a pathway, it's opening up here. I think it comes as a big surprise to you here. You see? It's like the 8 energy doubled. Now we got this message coming in again. And that's really interesting to me because there was the 11 energy doubled before. And so looking at that, 8, 11, some decks you got justice is 11, and in other decks, strength is 11, and they swap places there. You know, some decks justice is 8. Other decks, strengths is 8. So there's something about that. There could be like a Leo Libra component in this. A Leo Libra component in this. Interesting. It could be a pairing, okay? It's possible. It could be a pairing, or it could be transcending lessons. Maybe lessons that were rooted in past people, past situations, past ways of doing things, past connections, or something had to be understood through a new vantage point. Something's radically shifted from the way it was in the past. And I think whatever this is, you might have been doing a lot of deep soul work too. Also could have been in relation to your work, to your occupation, or you could have been really occupied with doing some healing work, wrapping up cycles from the past. And you were sort of wondering, when do I get to the other side of this? Like, okay, I've done all this deep work on myself, you know? I've looked at all this stuff. I've done all the deep work on my relationships, you know? I've really thought about how do I want to bring my energy forward in the world, you know? I'm starting to really think about what is important to me in terms of my career, everything. I feel like this, to me, has an inventory sort of feel, just really looking over the full scope of one's life, seeing where things work, things don't work, realizing that you've grown a lot. It wasn't easy. You know, things were tough. You went through some tough stuff, but you found your place balance. And you may have just been wondering, like, okay, I've done the work. Where's the fruit of my labor? Where is that? Where you've been waiting for it, it's coming in. I feel that very strongly. There's transformation here. See, there's that Kachina medicine. The path is open to the clearing. You're not going to be wandering in the dark wood. And that's interesting because there was a Libra download that came in a while ago, and it was about being sort of in this cycle of you're not out of the woods yet. I think that's the name of it. So I will post a card. That might be something beneficial to tap into, especially because the next full moon that comes in is coming in Libra. Coming in Libra. So there's some culmination point there. Yes, this particular lunar cycle that got kicked off with the new moon in Pisces leads up to the full pink moon in Libra. So there's something about that. A path opens up. It took strength to get here. We even have a butterfly clan coming on through on the medicine wheel. That's all the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? So communication coming in, connecting with your people, connecting with your community. It's got kind of like a community building vibe. It could even be making connections, networking online, some kind of expansion happening here, transformation, new paths of exploration that build the light in your life. Gives you strength for the journey ahead. There's like optimism coming in here, and it's out of your toil and labor that this great fortune's born. This is really positive energy coming in here. And it is something that's initiated into this particular lunar cycle, because all of this totaled together is 18. The moon breaks down to 9. Breaks down to 9. The Hermit, you see? And right now we got the Hermit is down in the South Node, Virgo. And the moon, Pisces, is in the North Node. So something's making your path forward really clear here. This is good energy. Any more details on this before I start pulling out some more cards? I'm feeling drawn to the Gilded Tarot there. It feels like there's an alchemical process underway here. So let's see what's coming in relation to this. Give me some more details here, please. What is this energy coming in over the next 72 hours? There's a lot of 8 energy. So 8 is all about getting really rooted in your power. It's also the energy of alchemy. Turn it on its side. It's the energy of eternity. It's also that cosmic law and order. Okay. So something that's opening up here, this new cycle, this energy endures, okay? This is not like a flash in the pan. This is something that endures. And it looks like it's really transforming your reality. Woo, now we got Emperor on the scene. Look at this. Courtship. Okay, so it looks like something's approaching you. Somebody's approaching you. I say something or somebody. Well, it looks like there's a journey involved with this. Coming in with Temperance energy, Sagittarian energy, moving into expansion. So this could be an offer coming in. This could be, when we look at courtship, I mean, you could stereotypically look at that as romantic courtship, but there's many things that can court you. This could be an offer to move into greater expansion with your work. Might require you to go on a journey. It's a turning of the wheel of fortune. It's also coming in with the energy of Temperance here. So Sagittarian energy, that's often associated with travel. It's also associated with kind of like taking up just more territory. Good luck energy. We did have the energy of Cancer come in with that sort of Chariot vibe. And when we look at Cancer and Jupiter, which is one of the rulers of Pisces, North Node energy, but also is the ruler of Sagittarius there, this does give me the vibes of like blessings of the energy moving forward, that Jupiterian energy moving forward in the house of Cancer there, which makes me think of really finding like your path of belonging here. But there's like some real like turning of the wheel of fortune. This is bringing blessing energy in. Could bring news in at a distance. Okay, there's also something about right on time, like something really has come down to timing. Timing counts in this situation. Also, Aries energy coming in with that Emperor there. Okay. So this could be somebody who wants to partner with you on some level. If this is like a romantic relationship, there was a lot of heavy lifting to get here. Let's just say that. Heavy lifting, okay? Heavy lifting to get here. Took a lot of strength to sort of unpack. Took a lot of strength to unpack what was causing problems in a connection, or what was preventing something from coming together. And now there is a way through, okay? Ooh, and this just landed on Great Fortune in reverse. And it's also kind of crossing over this courtship energy with this Emperor. So let's see what this is. Occupation. Isn't that interesting? Occupation. Occupation in reverse. It's coming in with the Cancerian energy. Maybe somebody was too occupied with their work. They were too focused on their work. They were so busy just sort of getting in a secure position, perhaps. Something was like taking up too much time and energy, but it looks like coming into some great fortune, it might like free you up to expand your horizons a little bit, maybe look up from your work a little bit. This could be somebody who wants to go on a trip with you. Yeah, a cycle that was blocking some kind of happiness, like some heavy time is coming to a close here. That's what I see. It's coming in with the energy of the sun. Again, Leo energy. So there could be something in the past that was causing some kind of issues here that's coming to a close. Coming to a close. Something that was maybe creating too much preoccupation with a situation, and that actually was sort of a distraction that was blocking off certain opportunities, or somebody was pulling on somebody's time, energy, and that was creating blockage. Just kind of coming in like that. Give me more clarity about this. What is this? Like, I could see this like somebody monopolizing somebody's time and energy to distract them, to occupy them, tie them up, okay, and kind of prevent this individual from exploring other options, okay, this kind of coming in, or exploring paths they desire to explore. And with that, flew above this sort of sense of preoccupation. And it's connected to this toil and labor, but it's right on this great fortune too. What do we got? An official person. 22 energy. To me, this feels like, look, 22, 4, 8. All right. Yeah, this is the manifestation of somebody who's going to be like, somebody may want to make something official with you, or this opportunity, what's being put on the table to partner with somebody on something, because it could be around your work. I can see this. Okay. I don't know. Some of you may get a little bit of all of it. It's possible. You know, I saw 16:20 on the clock there. Yeah, it might come as a shock to you that you can have it all. Judgment in your favor, you know. You might be getting some news. I feel like whatever is being offered here, it's legit. It's official. 22 is a master builder number. So there's something here that's solid. Like you can bank on this. Whatever's being offered here, it's legit. Also, with the double 2 energy, it's like really seeing eye to eye with somebody here. Also feeling energetically in alignment. Like there's attunement here with this. It's good energy. And it is coming in with the 4th house, Cancerian energy. So yeah, you know, something that's like a stroke of good luck. It also feels right. It's like, yeah, this is where I belong, you know. This is where I belong. Feeling really rooted in something. And yeah, big Emperor energy coming in with this. There's also some High Priestess energy here too. So you may intuit something. You may have been, you know, picking up some energy around this. I think something was in a state of bad health in the past. Like something was really flagging, ailing, blocked, you know. There was a lot of preoccupation with what was blocked, and maybe quite unexpectedly some block is removed, and that takes away the distraction. You notice that? If you're dealing with like a lot of holdups, delays, things like that, you start to get more fixated on the block than you do what you're actually doing and what you should be focusing on. And when that comes into play, it does make everything toil and labor. You see what I mean? Because then you're energetically aligning with the block. And there's something about that. This is what's shifting here. I feel like you're aligning your power in a different way too. Give me more details about this. Also, double 11s is 22. Double justice. I think 2 people are getting justice here. That's what it feels like. 2 people are getting justice here. They're coming together. They're partnering on something is justice. Whether that's for work or pleasure. Or in some cases, both. You know? Yeah. This is a wealthy man. Again, comes in with the 4 energy. It's super strong Emperor energy here. Whoever this person is, they're legit. They're not messing around. This ain't here yet. I feel like one thing needs to kind of like wrap up and close. It is coming in with the energy of death, Scorpio energy here. But at the same time, death is merely a doorway to new birth, new things coming in. So it's just this flow of life, right? There's something that has been sort of blocking things, but that's on its way out. And here comes the star bringing an unexpected gift. Unexpected gift, 8 energy again. You know, there's a lot of doubling energy here. So we got 22, 11, and we got 44, 88 energy, you know. Those synchronicities, these are master builder numbers. What's coming in here is like the building blocks you need for the future. It's almost like you're getting these gold bricks to lay down the yellow brick road that leads you where you belong, you know? Only you're not off to see the wizard. You are the wizard. You're on that wizard shit. This is definitely like being really deep into the alchemical process. There is something that you're using, that energy of Neptune and Saturn in Aries, to pluck something out of the void, and it's coming through here. It's a gift. It's a gift. Even the gift is gold. And in this case, it's like, no, it's not fool's gold, you know? All that glitters is gold here. There is something that I do feel like, whatever this is, it's very attractive. It's something you're drawn to. It has a magnetic pull. There's synergy here. It's good. It's good, and it's time. It's balanced. It's balanced. I think I want to cut the deck on this right here, and then I'm going to pull out the Gilded Tarot because I'm feeling really strongly called to that. Courthouse, okay? So something is changing here. It's a yes. We've got double fives here. Look at that. Double fives, Wheel of Fortune. Something is really being settled here. To me, this feels like in spiritual court. It's like something was in a state of flux for too long. There was a state of instability here. And now something has been transformed and it's providing a way through. It's like the energy of the Fool. So this is the manifestation, and it's like spiritual judgment too. That's how I'm sort of seeing that. It's like judgment in your favor, because we already had that kind of judgment energy come through. It's a yes. It's a yes. And for some people, somebody wants to make it official, you know? They want you to sign on the dotted line. This may be like a marriage, you know, and there could be a legal component to it, whether that's a romantic marriage or a business merger, you know, 22 on the clock with that, okay? Cutting a deal here. You might need to sign something on the dotted line. It's legit. It's what it's cracked up to be. That's what I see. That sounds pretty damn good, if you ask me. All right, let's see what's coming up next. Expand on the storyline. I'm pulling out the Gilded Tarot to just tap into anything we need to know about what's being alchemized here. See, something came to a close, and the closure had to happen. But back there in the distance, there's that initiatory gateway of the moon, and we just moved into that new moon energy. But see, now the light's building on the horizon, so there's like rebirth energy coming in here. All right, let's check it out. Let's see. Let's get some more details about this. This sounds good. I mean, I'm already been feeling the shift in the energy. It feels good. It feels like enlivening. So I hope you all are tapping into that too. And if you aren't, get yourself grounded, man. You know, clear out the distractions, drop in. Because the energy's out there. The creative energy is building. And all you need to do is open yourself to it. Stop focusing on things that like drag your energy down and make you feel like shit. Like, you don't have time for that. Anything that makes you feel like shit, I don't care if it's a person, place, or thing, whatever it is, you don't need to hold any space for that. Don't make space for that at your table. And start really focusing on where there is like positive energy to be found, because it is there, all right? And yeah, we got to look at, you know, what's going on in the world. We got to be conscious people, and we can't put our heads in the sand in relation to the shadowy stuff that's out there. But there's a difference between being aware and being fixated. And this energy is like, I feel like you were too occupied with something, or this may be something you realize shortly. And we're still in the retro energy. We're not even going to be out of post Mercury retrograde until April 19th. So you could be like a little, okay, and with that came the blocking energy. Okay, we'll look at that in a minute. You could, yeah, Tower. There's something here that needs to be shaken up. To me, it feels like in the daily routine. Something you've been too fixated on for too long. It's like cobwebs are forming in the consciousness. You need to change your focus here. Because something has actually been occupying too much of your time, energy, attention. It could be a person, place, or thing. Something you've just been fixated on. 24:44 on the clock. It's been holding you up to the crossroads. And it could be in relation to something to have to do with the past, or all I know is this needs, it's like it creates stoppage in the flow. Crossing, look at that, the crossing energy. Yeah, put a fork in it. It's done. It could be looking at something that really hurt you. Could be looking at something that didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. It could be looking at some kind of betrayal. This was really rough, okay? With this, we got a King of Cups energy. It could have been something that went south in a love relationship, in a friendship. Water sign energy there, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could have taken up too much of your time, attention. I'm just calling out the signs as they come in, but do know we all hold all of the signs and can operate out of them at any given time, even if you don't have a strong placement in your chart. All right, so it can just help you really understand the expression of the energy that's coming through here, okay? Basis of the matter, looks like something that really affected your heart, hurt your heart. There's something that you needed to hold space for. May have occupied your attention for too long, but there's new like vistas here, you know? There's new energy that you need to open up to. And I think that's really going to come through when this opportunity comes in. It's going to sort of snap you out of your fixation. But once you snap out of your fixation, you know, there's something here that needs to shift in your routine. It'll bring you some kind of celebration. You'll be toasting something that was at one point a source of your sorrow. Okay? It reduces the impact of that tower you had back there. You're like, oh, I'm glad that happened. That's what I feel. I'm glad that happened. Hell yeah, let's toast that shit, man. Because if that wouldn't have happened, this wouldn't have been happening right now. So there's something about you made a judgment call. It was the right one. You may have been worried about it. You may have wondered at times, did I do the right thing back there? And maybe it was really hard judgment call too. It hurt. It hurt to acknowledge something. No, you did it good. You did it good. You didn't want to go that way. If you would have gone in that way, it would have reduced your fortune. That's what I hear. There's something about you got it right. You really closed out a karmic cycle. Yeah. Look, this landed on the 10 of Swords, 8 of Wands in reverse. This would have drained your power. It would have drained your resources. There wouldn't have been any true fulfillment or progress in that direction. And with look, death. Woo! Oh, it doesn't get clearer than that. And you total these energies and you get 12. You get 12, which is the 12th house of Pisces, the blind spot. Yeah. And it further breaks down to 3, the Empress. Like this would have thrown everything in reverse. You wouldn't be coming into the growth you're coming into now. Yeah, this was a good call. That's coming in with a strong Scorpio energy with the King of Cups that was on the bottom of the deck and death here. Strong Scorpio energy. Okay, so this situation, whatever this was, it put 10 swords in your back. It literally dragged you through hell. Literally. I feel that. Like you know what it's like to be in hell. Whatever this was, this took you there. Okay, it looks like it really hurt your heart. You might possibly hear from somebody in the retro cycle trying to offer some of that. I mean, I think this is like your point of fixation here is you are looking at that. Looking at an offer that went south from the past or something like that, or you missed out on an opportunity. It went to somebody else. You thought that this was going to be your source of fulfillment, your source of celebration. That's what you've been fixated on. But see, you don't see this coming. There's something that you're plucking from the void here that you're going to like a lot better. This would have been disastrous, man. Whatever this was. This could have even been, if this was in relation to a romantic relationship, that person's a real manipulator. This is how it's coming through. Okay? So it was in your best interest. Yeah, it put you through a lot, but you know what? You're almost there, okay? You're almost there. I think you suspect, you know, you could deal with this energy again, basis of the matter. We've got the Emperor here, okay? Emperor hanging out, right? Give us more details because the Emperor's been coming through pretty strongly. There's something that may be approaching you. It's like it's got a second wind, perhaps. Is that the case? Yeah, it's got its second wind there, okay, with the Magician. And you may be looking at it like this. You see? You're like, not this shit again. Now here comes the 10th wand, man, to place some burden on me. And I say that because, see, if you look the way it all lays out on the board as it came out, it's like this. I like to show the storyboard. And it's like, here comes death again. It's back for another round. I think you feel like you need to protect yourself from this. That's like your initial sort of stance here, I feel. Magician, Gemini energy coming in here. But you might be surprised that the road looks much different now. You got the 2 wands here. You got the whole world in your hands. There's something that at one point you called this in. Came in at 31:22 on the clock. 4:22. Double fours, okay? 8. It's the manifestation. You called something in. This is what at one point you saw this as your ideal future, your dream future. And that's what this is. It might be rising up out of something that was really painful in the past. Maybe that had to happen. That's the only way that something could be balanced out and this could come in. Okay, let me get some more details here. Need some more details about this for the collective. If somebody may be trying to, like, they may know that you're going to be really defensive too, or that you're on guard. So they might try to, like, they might be like a little bit, how can I put this? It's sort of coming through as like being, it could be construed as manipulative with their approach, but I just feel like it's more an awareness of how they need to approach. So maybe they're approaching very differently than they had before. It's like normally when this character would ride towards you, it's like, here comes death. Here comes the agent of doom again. That's kind of how I'm taking it. Or here comes Apophis. Here he comes again to blot out my sun. Black hole sun. Here we go again. You know, but it's like there's something different about the approach. That's what I feel. It's coming sort of with a different stance, okay? I just know that you have dealt with this before, and so you're a little bit on guard. Yeah. It's like they're an emperor energy, but this person's approaching like a page of wands. Does that make sense? It's like they know that they can't come in like all guns blazing, like putting the big offer on the table or whatever this is. Whatever this is, it's like it starts out, I feel like, on a much smaller scale than what it will come to be. I feel like that's what this is, okay? This is even in relation like some kind of work offer. It may seem small, okay? It may seem like page of wands, but we know it grows into emperor, empress energy here, okay? Interesting. So it might just seem like a little thing, but even this little thing, you're weary of it for some reason. It's like you're guarded. You're like, I just got my power back. I'm not going to give it up. Yeah. 10 of wands. You're like, I just got my freaking power back. 9 of pentacles. 2, the star. It's like, yeah, I just got my, this is your moment, man. This is what you've been waiting for. This is what you've been dealing with the toil and labor for. Look right behind the toil and labors. There's the King of Cups to the Queen of Cups. Man, look. Oh my God. I gotta work with this person. That's how it's coming through. It's work. Like, this is work. That's the truth. That's what's work. But look, and there's communication coming in here, but let me show you. It is freaking justice. It is justice. Libra energy. It's justice. Whoa, what's that? Oh, that upset somebody there. 10 of Cups. 10 wants to come in. Hold on a minute. Oh, wait till you see this. Come on in, 10. Come on in, babes. You need to go potty? You need to go out, boobs? Go on in. Go on out. This is what landed on the floor in the crossing position, and right behind that, we got 5 of Swords. Drat! Foiled again! All those workings we tried to throw their way to create imbalance suffered. It didn't work. It didn't work. They got foiled by the devil himself. This could be, you could have had a couple that was causing you some problems here. Came in with the Cups energy. Queen of Cups, King of Cups, man. Got Capricorn energy out here. Could have been in relation to your work. Something's kind of shocking, the way everything comes through. Again, Scorpio energy, Aries energy, Aquarian energy. And what do we got here? What do we got here? Okay, so I do feel like this is where you're at, okay? This is where you're at. And this is independent energy. We've talked about this before, okay? Right now, as much as you can, it's really in your best interest to maintain your independent energy. If you do get involved in some kind of like work arrangement, if you get like some kind of offer of a lifetime, like you can't turn this down, you need to really make sure that your interests are protected here. This is growth, though. It is. This is growth. This is stepping into your strength. This is overcoming past challenges. This is having more than enough to boogie with. I mean, finances looking good. This is true wealth. True wealth, materially, mind, body, spirit too. It's evident. It's seen. Your cup overflows. In fact, you got 2 of them. But you see, you're using what you got to pour into the collective too. It's really good. And somebody is coming here and they're offering something that, you know, I would be aware of it. Yeah, you need to practice discernment here, all right? Coming in with the air energy strong, practice discernment. You got to make a head over heart decision in this situation. It doesn't matter if there's familiarity related to the past. Something got really slowed down here. Really slowed down in connection to that energy with the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, man. Now, it could have gotten slowed down in connection. There could have been, you know, somebody here exercising their power to hold 2 back. All right. This has its roots in the past, though. It comes in with Leo energy. Right? In reverse. This is the black hole sun, man. Well, good thing about the black hole sun is it wipes away the pain, you know. Yeah, black hole absorbs everything, you know. So it's like, this is a new learning cycle that's opening up here, though, you know. So this is something that we need to remember when we're navigating situations like this, is the way that past experiences, right, can cause us to have too much of a guard up. Because an opportunity can come your way, but in order to be able to take the opportunity, you have to invest in it. Whatever you went through, you had some really negative experience that might sort of have you too guarded or anticipatory of further complications in partnering with others on things. Okay. There's something you need to learn here. So let me check this out. How should the collective react to an offer being brought their way? I mean, I see you have to use decisiveness here. You have to make a head over heart decision initially. So you might not want to rush something romantically. I could see that, okay? You might be like, friends is cool. You're really protecting your independent energy here. We got Queen of Wands energy. See, I feel like this is the time where it's like your fire is forward. You finally feel back in touch with your power. You finally feel like you're on the other side of something. Synchronicities lining up. You're really finding your path of purpose. You're entering into this great fortune, 9 of Pentacles energy. It feels good. You're looking good. Everything's just lining up here. And it's sort of saying you do need to protect what you got here. Because you see the 9 goes to the 10. The 9 goes to the 10. But this can be like there's a partnering energy that's coming your way. And it's good for you. The 9 becomes the 10. Usually that's 2 people building with each other. It's interesting though, because I mean with you it's coming in very independently. Oh, my hand is itching, man. So this is like, there's something that's going to be received here for sure. But I do think that you got to be aware of certain people kind of coming in that may be catching wind of this that shouldn't be part of this because they were creating blockages around it. I think there needs to be conscientiousness in moving forward in a partnering situation. But this is 2 people building together. It is. And 9 and 10 is 19, the sun, it's happiness. And you break down that further and 19 becomes 10, which is Wheel of Fortune. That's transformation of the old cycle, moving into the new energy. Break it down further, you got the Magician, the initiation of the new cycle. Renewal energy. And you got initiated into this with this new moon in Pisces. You're moving through this right now. There's certain things you don't see. So I would say what's being put on the table is really big and grandiose. You need to be careful about how you enter into that. Don't gloss over things in your haste to strike a deal. I think you need to learn everything that's entailed. I think that's also really important that you make sure the foundation is set right. You have any concerns, make sure they're addressed beforehand. And I think you're already in a certain position. Like you've gotten there the hard way, and you do need to sort of hold your ground with that. And I also think it's important that you keep whatever this is to yourself. Yeah. Because those meddlers could create problems. Because it looks like you've had some meddling influences here that have been creating stoppage in your flow. Okay? Yeah, keep this to yourself. I feel that. Keep this between you and this person as well. Also, just make sure... if you are striking some business deal too, I wouldn't make any big announcements. You need to really be mindful that there's other energies here vying for this, whatever this is, whatever you're getting here. One more round. One more round here. Any further details with this? Any further details with this for the collective? One more round, then I'll split the deck. And we'll call that good. I mean, this to me feels pretty complete, actually. cut of the deck. Yeah. Whatever this is, whatever you're receiving here, there is like a competitive spirit around it. Because it like opens up everything that you've ever dreamed of, everything that you've fantasized about. Like someday when I get there, this is what I'm going to do. You're going to be able to do it. And so I do feel like there's a little bit of competitive energy here. Also be aware of counter offers that are being made. You may have more than one offer coming your way. You might get your pick. Take your time. You know, it looks like your energy solo is really good right now, and it looks like it's going to come to even more of a real like bountiful place. That's the word coming through, bountiful, like something feels like really abundant here. And I think let yourself marinate, like marinate in that energy for a bit. There may be other people who want to get in there and marinate in this energy with you. And it's like, yeah, and they might be stirring that pot you're sitting in. It's, you know, it's like you got yourself this nice like cauldron of like real warm, nicely bubbling energy here. And you're just let yourself marinate in it. You did this work, you know, to make this happen. There's something big opening up here. This road is opening up for you, but it's like others might be fighting for a spot to marinate in this energy with you. And it's like, let yourself luxuriate in it for a little bit before you decide who you want to share that space with. All I know is whoever you're sharing this space with, whether on a level of business or pleasure, this person sees eye to eye with you. You build together. They may be quite magical themselves. You both may have your fetches, you know. Your fetches are helping you out there on the ether to make sure that you understand what the proper alignment is, what's getting in the way, what could muck things up. You have the strength to overcome this challenge, okay? It's very clear. I'm kind of curious what's behind the Seven of Cups, so let's have a look. The Wheel of Fortune. Do you see? It's like all those things you've ever dreamed of doing. If I'm ever in the position to, I'm going to do this. That's what you're going to be doing. You might be surprised. Ted's munching away there, so, I mean, you're going to be eating good. That's all I know. What I like about your energy and the way it's coming through is it is coming through with like a spirit of generosity. Like you're not going to hoard this. You're going to also pour into others with this too. So this kind of like this energy has no place there. You know what I mean? It's a little grabby. I don't like it. So just be aware of that. There are distractionary forces here. But I think you've dealt with these energies before because it does have the sense that you transcended whatever this was. You saw it for what it was. Don't get fooled again. And where you do want to, you know, hear somebody out, because, you know, sometimes people do work stuff out with each other, even if they have kind of like a checkered past. I'd say take it slow and take your time. Let's see, what do I want to bring in here? Do I feel called to bring anything else in? I kind of like want to get a cap it off message here. I think I'll bring in my oracles. So anything else to just kind of focus our energy over the next 72 hours as we start to move into the new season of spring and we start to see what we're harmonizing with now. You could just sort of encapsulate this message, Spirit, in a real clear, direct form so we know what we need to be on the lookout for. That would be super awesome. Let's see what's coming through here. Got the Sacred Rebels Oracle here with the Halloween Oracle. So a little, kind of a little blend of a shadow light sort of energy. since this is in the liminal space between seasons that we're dropping in for this portal report, we'll kind of like work with that energy a little bit. But we're not going to dig too deep, man, because I don't want to jinx it. This is a really good read. This is a really good read. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, look, 22. She feels, she knows. You may really be already feeling like the shift energy. You know, you might be like me where you're like, I feel like something's radically shifted here. You just feel like something is more open than it used to be. Yeah, what do you feel as you're hanging out there in the south node, preparing to head up to the north node? What do you feel? You got options here. Weigh them out. Go with the option that gives you more of a feeling of lightness of being. You know, that's a good clue. When you think of this option, does it make you feel weighed down, or does it like lighten you up? For some of you, this just bringing this in as a side note, because with spring a lot of times people get into kind of a lighter, fresher diet. They start thinking about the summer that's coming around the corner. They start looking at their health. You might want to look more in terms of how you're feeling when it comes to your food choices. Does this make me feel lighter in my body? Does this bog me down, make me feel heavier, something like that? Okay. Some of you might want to start to address your health a little bit more. I think you're going to need more energy for this season and the opportunities in store. You might also want to look your best, as there might be something here about this creative cycle that's coming in here. It's going to give you a lot more exposure, or have you meeting a lot of new people, and you really want to put your best foot forward here. My God, okay? Something about this, something about networking. Yeah, look at this. Wow, it's really just confirming what already came through. So big Sagittarian energy also. Something quite magical is happening here. Definite Empress energy kind of vibes. A lot of growth coming through here. I think that this is really a time when you have to trust the wisdom that you gained in the past to guide you forward here. You're going to have wise action, wise seeing in this situation, as long as you don't forget what it took to get here. And it's coming through as trust yourself. So whatever your perceptions are, bank on that, whatever this is, okay? Bank on that. I think you'll clearly see through any deception. I think you'll easily sidestep maybe things that could have caught you up in the past. You might want to do a little journeying work for spring equinox. You know, go outside and get out in the elements. Maybe just drop in deep, get really rooted, and do a little journeying meditation work and just kind of see what comes through. You might get some inspiration or some internal guidance. Maybe do that with the intention that you want to really tap into your own intuition and where you feel led here. But yeah, something absolutely transforming. Okay, let me do a cut of the deck here. And then I'll get some numbers and a little message from the ERISIAN Spirit Board there too. I love it. Here's your Chariot forward, legacy of light. So this is the light building in your life. There is something you really transformed here, but you see, there are allegiances that you do need to close out here because they could block this light that wants to come in. And it's coming in with the Wheel of Fortune energy. So it's really important that you know what you need to stop being loyal to, right? In order to have this turn of fortune. Now, this can be certain people that's like, okay, you know, there doesn't need to be any beef. There doesn't need to be any bad blood. But it's like, okay, time's up. Like one too many times going down that road, experiencing that negativity. Don't have time for it. Learn the lesson. Thank you for the lesson. Time to motor on, okay? In other cases, it could just be a situation that doesn't work for you anymore, a way of doing something that doesn't work anymore, the way you've been eating, taking care of your health. and just being allegiant to every night I'm going to chill out with a bag of chips and, you know, kick my feet up and watch TV. And then before I know it, I ate the whole bag and I'm not getting any exercise. And you know what I mean? For each of you, it's going to be something different here. But in order to really move forward and also step into light, I feel there is something about what's coming in for you. It's going to be more exposure. So you have to really look at what is going to get in the way of you really being ready to step into this opportunity. And it does really look like this is something too that you're transmuting on a generational level. For some of you, it could be like really clearing the blocks to generational wealth here. And you're really ready to step into this. But in order to do that, you may need to recognize where you've been loyal to things because, well, I've just been kind of conditioned to be loyal to those things. That this is really stepping into your independent energy and trusting your own perceptions, your own take on things to get you where you need to go. You can't let this opportunity pass you by, all right? Let's do a cut of the deck and see what we got. Again, it may be shocking, but it is your vehicle forward. What you want wants you. This is spiraling in. And yeah, it's very funny. You got like trick or treat, okay? So there's a little mischief and play here too. And it's a little shadow light play. I do feel like this could be, as this comes in, like the shadow kind of cropping up again. And if it crops up within you and fears crop up within you, well, what can happen is it can also draw characters in your life who've represented the external manifestation of that shadow to come back around too. So can you know the difference? Okay. Can you also recognize that maybe something shouldn't be seen as so devilish or, you know, something that haunts you, that bring a little bit of laughter, levity into it, you know? Because whatever's coming in here, it's your legacy of light. It's like really bringing in a new energy into your life. But keep it between you. You and your heart, you and your soul, you and your maker, and whoever this person is. And maybe, you know, make sure that if this is, you know, working something out in a relationship, make sure that that person extends that same respect in your direction. All right, let's get some messages here. And there's something about, you know, foundation, start slow. Be aware of, you know, be honest with yourself about your own reticence, your own concerns, your own apprehensions about taking something on. Like, it doesn't help to put your head in the sand. Confront those things directly in yourself. Air those things out where it's appropriate, you know, in your connections. And just one step at a time as you really step back into the light building phase of your life again. Stop here. Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. So we got the number 8 coming out here, and it's coming out with the paddy wagon. Okay, so something from the past is getting caught up here. It has no power here anymore. That's what this is. Something from the past that used to get you caught up has no power anymore. And if you were dealing with interfering energy in the past, this energy is getting caught up, okay? It's not going to affect you anymore. You are moving forward here. This is coming back into your power. This is coming into the Empress energy. It really does show that it is best for you at this time. I'm not saying you won't ultimately partner with another, because we do see indicative here. The 3 and the 1 does make the 4. So the Emperor energy is there too. We've got Magician energy here as well. So renewal energy. But the thing is, you are better really staying in that individual strength right now. Not just for you, for the other too. Okay, so there's something about this, maintaining this initially, but there is an indication that there can be a unification point with whatever this is, whether it's in business or pleasure, all right? And where there was instability, where you were caught up, where you were held back, where you felt like you were powerless to transform something, whatever was creating those blockages is no longer in that powerful position anymore. In terms of energies we got here, we have Gemini, Leo, Scorpio, Aries, Cancer, Libra energy, there's Pisces energy here, Taurus, those are the signs I'm seeing predominantly. All right, let's get some messages coming in here. Got something coming in about AI. It's funny, on the last portal report I brought in, there was talk about, hostage situation, troops, all that. And it was funny because I did find out that there was like a big release. It happened on X that somebody, I can't remember who she was, but she's actually somebody's like, should know better, posted something about the capture of troops and hostage situation. And it ended up being an AI video. And so it was a kind of a real embarrassing moment because this is somebody who, they should know what they're talking about, some official person. So, the psyops are out there big time. And a lot of that is like coming through AI. The lines are really blurred about what's real, what's fake, okay? And people are getting a lot more clever about how they're presenting it too, but really look at stuff with more of an eye of discernment because there's so much propaganda out there right now. I got help coming in here. So I do feel like somebody may be reaching out to you that needs some help, needs a helping hand. Let me see if I can get some information about that. This could be a knight rushing towards you, needs your help with something, okay? So somebody moving towards you, coming towards you, needs your help. They just need a simple yes or no from you. Will you help me out or not? Like, they don't need it be like long and drawn out. This person needs somebody who can help them out. Not somebody who's going to like put them through a bunch of bullshizer. They need help and they need it right now. That's what I feel. This could be a person who's an RN too, or is in the medical field. That's coming out twice. I got RN twice, strong RN. This could be somebody who's having some health challenges, or they're dealing with something that's really troubling them. It may be causing them a lot of mental, emotional turmoil. Somebody needs your help with something. Okay. So I feel like whoever's approaching you, and I just got Friday came through here. So this may be somebody you hear from Friday. And then I also got Freaky Friday. Okay. There could be something about like Freaky Friday. It's like something got switched around in the way it should be. I almost feel like this is like destiny. Now people say destiny swapping, but I don't believe in that. I don't. I feel like, destiny is what you make of it. So if you let something go, you chose that. That's your choice. Nobody can swap your destiny from you. And if somebody chose to go with another person or something, that was their choice. Like, I don't believe in destiny swapping at all, but I do feel like somebody got a call wrong back there. And they're like, shit, I went for the wrong thing. I made the wrong choice. I didn't understand something. And so maybe two people, this is weird the way this is coming through. Maybe two people where it's like 6 degrees of separation. It's like they ended up being in the wrong spot. Something's just a little off here. Yeah. And somebody wants to see, is there a way through? Is there a way to work this out? I need help. I need help working this out. There's something I don't understand. Can we talk? Somebody wants to talk to you about this. I want to get your take on this. Can you help me? I need your take on this. Somebody may feel like they're too confused to see something clearly as well. They need to talk to you to get some perspective here. Okay. They feel like somebody switched it up and reversed it on them like a game of Uno, left them feeling very confused. And this person may be seeing that you're the one who can help them out because maybe you saw through something and they didn't. I got his coming through. His what? His what? His fun, okay? His fun with an X, okay? His fun with an X led to what? What did it lead to? Leads to them needing help. Okay, this is somebody was teamed up with something, with somebody on something. It's coming through as an X, so whether it's a friend or whether it's a lover, like they're not teamed up with this person anymore, but they're in a jam here, whatever this is. I don't know why this is coming through. This person may like Takis, those chips, those hot chips. I got some names coming through, okay? I got the name Ray. I heard Rayanne. Got the name Frida. And I don't know why, but when I saw Frida, it made me think Frito-Lay for somebody must really like their chips. That could be a clue. I don't know what that's about, but you know, I bring it through. Katie. Got the name Katie. Katrina. Katana. Somebody may be into the martial arts specifically. They might be a collector of katanas. They might really be into samurai stuff. That makes me think of my foon. When I think of katanas too, what would my foon do? You might be dealing with a little kind of like an epic situation like that. Something that's got some questionable alliances. I got the name Anna coming in here. Anna. Got the name Wendy. Wendy needs your help. Talking sense into him. That's what I heard. Wendy needs your help talking some sense into him. Okay. Wendy also makes me think of Peter Pan. Somebody may have Peter Pan syndrome. Somebody may not be looking at something realistically. Somebody may have wandered too far off into the alfalfa. They went through a door. They don't know how to come back out. They're in way over their head. That's what I heard. Somebody may be very confused. Wendy needs your help. They feel like maybe you can help get this person out of this state is what I'm hearing, okay? I don't know if that's a state of mind or a state they're in. or a state as in a location. I got Hawaii coming in with that. I got Arkansas, Rhode Island. I got DA energy here, so somebody could be, you know, on a path where they could get themselves in some trouble, man. That's really weird. That's coming in with a doctor of osteopathic medicine. Really interesting there, okay? I don't know what that is. Somebody may be dealing with a health challenge. They need a different approach to. Somebody may be needing your help with somebody's health condition. Like maybe they feel like you can help. Got the rapper Nas coming in, so that's interesting. They're coming in relation to a health challenge? That's strange how that came in right at that timing. I don't know if there's, I got connect the dots with that. This could be like some malpractice suit thing. I don't know what Nas has to do with that or why that introduced itself right there, but that's what came through. I never question it. It always makes sense at some point. I got Hopi coming in here. There's a Hopi prophecy that is going to come to light in the spring season. Interesting. There's something about a Hopi prophecy that is going to come to pass in the spring season. There's prophecies that are coming to fulfillment right now. A lot of them actually is what I'm hearing here. A lot of unrest in the European countries. Like there's a lot of kind of uprising energy coming through that area of the world I'm seeing here. So on a macrocosmic level, look for more of that. And I just saw history repeats itself. It's not our first time at this rodeo. Yeah, big stuff going on in the UK in relation to this. Yeah, people taking a stand, a strong one. Real strong one. Ooh, I got like a lot of sentience around that. Something's really about to pop off there in the UK. I got I. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. Where there's a will, there's a way, and they're going to make a way. That's what I see. Ooh, the energy feels really strong, actually. All right. All right. Go get them, man. Let's see. Maybe a lot going down in Ireland too. I got like Sunday, Bloody Sunday. That song came through. It made me think of Ireland. You too can be part of the movement. All right. Yeah, that's right. Because we cannot waste the dawn, man. We cannot waste the dawn. And this is the dawning of the turnaround. Watch how the momentum starts to shift as we get further into the spring. There's people that are fully ready to charge into the lion's den. That's what I see, okay? This is interesting energy. Look at the people who used to feel like they were the top, like the lions, and the lions hiding out in the lion's den. Look for them suddenly to go MIA. Suddenly there's all these people, these bigwigs, these people in position of power, these people, this is not just macrocosmic, but even maybe people that used to feel they had power over you. Suddenly they've all gone missing. Not available. No comment. Saurian energy. One ring to rule them all. It looks like you're going to have that ring in your hands. Yeah, I like this. There's like sugar energy coming in here. There's sugar coming in. There's the sweetness after the hard times and bitter tea. Funny, the tea reference would come in with the UK energy and all that. Save the date, I heard. So there's something coming in here in spring season. It's like, it's going to be a date that goes down in history, whatever happens here. So there's something really significant, notable coming through here. It's also a gate. It's a gate into the future. I feel like, I don't know why, it's almost giving me the impression of like the gates to the whole Aquarian age, like really opening up here. Woo! Woo! Coming in with Oya. Yes, change is coming through. There might also be some significant storms coming through as well. There could be a significant hurricane specifically coming through. Got Louisiana coming in with that. Anything else? I got Sunday as a day of significance too. So there's pay attention Friday. So tomorrow and Sunday. So this next 72-hour period here, how it opens, how it closes is really significant here. It speaks powerfully to the change that's underway. And all I know is you're going to be like, yeah, I ate that, man. Yeah. And other people will be like, you totally ate. You know, this is like confirmation, like something, the way you handle something. I don't know what this is, but I do like how this energy is coming through. It feels very empowered. It's a positive momentum here. And wow, we got diamond out here. So you're impenetrable as the diamond. Something here is built to last. Look for an omen that confirms this. Some sign coming through. There are liars, okay? There are liars that would like to dissuade you from your state of optimism around what's approaching you, to try to sabotage it, to deceive you, because they want their hands in that honey pot. Okay? They want that sweetness for themselves. I got honey, I got money, okay? They may want your honey. They may want your money. Don't believe the hype, okay? That's why there's something about this, like, really nurture some, just enjoy luxuriating in whatever this is for yourself. You don't need to tell everybody else about it, right? Yeah, and that's coming through with Monday, okay? And it's weird, these days are coming out. Yeah, you might have something really amazing happen over the weekend and you want to tell everybody about it at the office on Monday. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that, Pia. Don't do that. That could really work against you. Mia, too. Don't do it, Mia. Or you're going to dash your own hopes. That's what I got. All right. So no matter how delicious this is and how much you may desire to spill the beans, because in your mind it would be the ultimate F you to somebody who created problems for you, you need to just play it like you're just a nun here. Don't let others don't let others in on this, whatever this is, okay? But there is something you're celebrating here, but I think you're kind of like playing it off like, oh yeah, nothing going on here, just, you know, Focused on my growth. Doing my own thing. All right. All right. I think we're going to leave it with this, okay? This is good energy. I like this energy. I hope you're tapping into this flow. And if you're not, get with it. Tap into this flow. Clear out the stoppage, whatever is blocking this kind of flow coming through for you. Because this is some good energy. And yes, what I like most about it is this energy feels fun. So enjoy yourself. Get out there, have some fun, and Godspeed.